A Girl Called Abaya, written by Arav Batija and illustrated by Dexter Yu. Once upon a time, in an Indian village where girls weren't allowed to play football, there lived a fearless girl named Abaya. In fact, her name itself meant fearless. Abaya loved to play football and became one of the most famous girls of all time because of it. In her own way, Abaya spoke up for girls everywhere, and this is her story. It began like any other day. At dawn, I trekked to the village well, collected water, and hurried home to complete my chores. On my way back, I passed the muddy yet grassy football field. The neighborhood boys routinely played football there for the entire day. I had always wanted to join them, but I was too afraid to ask. Until today. I thought, be yourself, be fearless, Abaya. So I set down the bucket of water, strode up to the pitch, and asked the boys if I could play. First, there was silence. Then, laughter. But I stood my ground until the bulkiest boy shoved me away. Tears stung my eyes. Bile clogged my throat. I felt terrible. I wiped the tears from my eyes and muttered to myself, "They don't need to allow you to play. You're Abaya. You're fearless. If you want to do something, you always make it happen." That's how I got the idea of pretending to be a boy. I crept into my older brother's room. I sneakily put on his green cap, collared shirt, and khaki pants. I raced out of the hut. This time, I didn't ask to play football. I strutted in like one of the boys, and nobody thought to stop me. Turns out, I was exquisite at football. I scored multiple goals. And once the match was over, I peeled off my cap, let my hair down, and proved to the boys how athletic a girl could be. The boys tried to push me off the pitch, but luck favored me. As word spread, girls from the village stood firmly beside me. That's how it became a girls versus boys match, on one condition. If the girls won, we could play football with the boys at any time. However, if the boys won, then the girls would lose their chance to play this game. The stakes were high. The atmosphere was tense, but we were determined, feisty, and passionate. It was down to this last penalty. So I took a deep breath and reminded myself that this game was in honor of girls like me who had been denied opportunities in other parts of the world. As it turns out, my shot slammed into the goalkeeper's chest. He stumbled backwards while the ball went past the goal line to score the winning goal. Girls were now allowed to play football in our village. I was invited to be part of an international football club. But most importantly, this goes to show that no matter how hard it is, always fight for what's right and be Abaya.